everyone, welcome back to the shed. Welcome back to part 2 of the review of this YSONIC IS4000i generator. Unfortunately, the first take was completely ruined, the audio was crap, so I was like, let's record it again. So, I don't actually know where we started last time. Well, last time with the first take of part 2. I'm just gonna redo it again. It's just easier, so let's tilt the camera down because it's not about me, it's about this beauty. So to start with, one thing I really like about this fuel filler neck is that it's got this rubber ring around, so if you just piss over fuel like I do often, it's not going to be everywhere. You can mop it up with a paper towel. You've got this beautiful on-off switch. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. On-off switch, especially in the summertime. After you run it, it cools down, lots of fuel vapor builds up and you can release it. It's very safe. It keeps the when you run it, it keeps the fuel pressure, the fuel pressure in the tank at a regular level, which I'm a huge fan of. And you've got this. Yeah, I'm sorry about the lighting. I'm going to fix it. This is a mesh. You can just see it's a mesh filter. So if you pour fuel in it and for some reason has contaminants in it, it's not going to be in the fuel injection system or in the carburetor. I'm sorry, in the lines carb. You know what I mean. On this side, that goes in conjunction with this panel. This panel is in here. You unscrew it with one screw in here, pull it forward, then you pull it out. Then you've got the starter, which is one screw there. And the easiest thing is about it, you can just push it out. And that makes servicing it really simple. It's not rocket science. It's not that exciting. It's just you've got a really strong pull rope, and then make sure you can see it. You've got exhaust and engine and air intake, and air intake's actually down there, so it goes down and then backwards and then up again. That's where the intake is, but we'll get to that in a minute. And up here, all the controls, but you're not doing a lot of stuff with this unless you've got a problem, because the most of the stuff you're going to be working with is this side, because this beautiful box here is the side of where the air filter sits in. There's a foam air filter, so what I did before I started is took it out and I used some oil to lubricate the air filter, so it's just a little bit more protection against dust and all those fine particles that normal foam filters do not stop from entering the engine. And then up here you've got the oil filler, and there's also a dipstick in the oil. You can take it out gently. It holds 0.45 liters of oil. So you've got a little dipstick there, so you can read when the engine sits on a horizontal level. You can read when the generator is on a horizontal level. You can read the oil level. I'm struggling for the word to find. And you've got control module and lots of bits and bobs with wiring and throttle linkage, and like I say, it's not rocket engineering, so don't make it rocket engineering. It's just, this reminds me a lot of I've worked in a few Hondas. I've been working with generators for over 10 years right now, and besides this one being the most quiet I've ever run, and I've run generators that are thousands of euros or dollars from the cheap Chinese ones. Well, not that China's bad, but you've got those $80 you can buy on eBay. This one is by far the quietest. I've had this thing running, and I had a mate of mine who came over and had a conversation next to this thing running. We could just talk. It was perfect. So that's a huge plus in my mind for this engine. Or generator, sorry. Like I said, you're going to be bugging the most up here. I think the main thing is to keep it clean, especially the air intake and everything. But once this is due to a service, I will make a video on how I service it, just to be safe. And then up here, I really like this thing for several reasons. this is obviously the whole, I don't know if you can see it, was a spark plug surface entry, whatever. The spark plug is right there. It also is a huge cap to release heat in the summer. You want to run engines cool. This is an engine without cooling liquid in it, so the cooler the better. But more on that later. Also, one other thing, you get this spark plug key, which is like a pipe wrench with a T-handle. With the T-handle, you should put that this way in it. I took the plug out to put some oil in the cylinder. I'll make a different video on that, on running it and all that stuff, because I want to dive a bit deeper in it, just set off in a simple explanation. When I was starting to plug down, you can't really see it in the tool itself, but I stripped it. I thought I stripped the heads, the threads on the cylinder head. Thankfully I didn't. But it scared the crap out of me, because when right started going righty loosey, and this failed basically. Pretty terrifying. So when you tie it down, get a proper socket on a ratchet, because yeah, that wasn't fun. Sadly, it isn't all fun and well. By the way, this side is also a panel like this. There's one screw right there, and the good thing I like about these is, you know, you unscrew it and you just yank it out. Well, yeah, not like just yank it out, but you just pull it out gently, and then you could work on it. It's pretty easy to take apart. But unfortunately, there's one part that I really don't like. But by the way, you can see they're really good rubber mounts on the floor, so it's not going to shake itself to death when it's on a concrete surface. And the part I don't like is the exhaust part. This one sits like that. The problem is, well, I think you can see it for yourself. This is the exhaust, and you've got this humongous plastic cover trapping all the heat. You've got heat protection down there, but on this part, nothing. So you're just keeping the engine hotter than it should be. Stupid in my mind. And this, you've got that much of a hole. Why? I don't get it. So I will be making a part 3 on modifying this part, because this is just unacceptable. I run this thing now for an hour, and why it is unacceptable is because this engine, when it gets hot, it just stinks. The smell is horrendous. It's not just disgusting. It's unbearable. I run this thing for an hour, and when I came home, I put this on the shop floor, closed the door, and went to bed because it was pretty late already. When I came back in the morning, I wanted to work on it again to clean it and make sure it's good for storage. The smell in the shed was so bad because of the burnt plasticky smell. It was disgusting. It gave me an instant headache. I had to take it out aside, just let it air out, and let the shed open for an hour. It was disgusting. So this is going to have to change, and I will change it because, you know, I'm a mechanic, so it's no big deal for me. But yeah, unacceptable for me. But beside that, only negative. That's really the only negative thing I've got to say about this thing. You've got a spark arrestor. Keep that clean at all times. If it doesn't, just take it out and burn it off with a blowtorch. But so far, besides this piece of plastic, let's just call it, I wanted to use some other words, but let's not do that. I'm very happy with it. This engine is just stupidly easy to pull over. It is so smooth. I think my 4-year-old nephew can do it, and he can start it. It's so smooth. So, would I advise it? Yes, I would actually. If you can leave it outside, and if yours hopefully doesn't stink as bad as mine does. And also another thing is, you see this heat isolation, this bit here, gets stuck on the bottom here, so you have to really press it down pretty hard and just bend it pretty much. You have to bend it like that to get it fitted. Like, again, it's no big deal if you're like me and you can fix it yourself, but if you can't, it's no bueno. But then, you know, if you can't fix it, you bring your generator to someone else who service it. So it's not, you know, maybe everyone isn't as OCD minded as I am, but I'm a mechanic. I take my stuff seriously, and I service my own stuff. I service my own chainsaw, I service my own car, I service my own bikes, and I service my own engine. So I take that stuff pretty seriously. One more thing that I really love about this thing. This may, if you know what you're looking at, it may look like rocket engineering, but if you follow this, if you read the instruction manual and just follow this, it is stupidly easy to operate. It's perfect. There are a few bits and bobs that you have to know. So for the love of God, read for once before you start it and destroy an engine. But you know, you've got a plug, you've got two USB chargers and your 12-volt cigarette lighter and everything. But so far I'm very happy with it. I'm using this oil, and although I hope this one actually works a bit better than the last one I did. The last one I had was a smaller version of this one, and after about 24 hours it started chewing out bits of engine, so fingers crossed this one won't. But yeah, so far I'm very happy. Like I said, I will be making a part 3 video of it, and then possibly a service video as well, because it's just, you want to take this very seriously. And although the power outages I've got here aren't this horrible, take this stuff seriously. It's like servicing your car, servicing your bike, servicing a chainsaw. When you need it, you want it to work. So don't be a slouch, take it seriously, and take some pride in the stuff you own. If you don't know what you're doing, go to a mechanic who does know what he's doing. There's no shame in that. Or just ask questions. That's how people ask. Or that's how people learn. So yeah, that's about it. If you've got any other questions, let me know. Drop a comment. I'll see if I can help you out. Like I said, I would advise it. So far I love it.